welcome to my Moonraker collection.
Yes, and Vicky here, and welcome to the Bond Room Unlocked Moonraker Out of This World special edition with special guest Agent Latchford.
Pass over the English coast 15 minutes ahead of time, sir.
Wow. With this load on our back, that's good going.
The hell is that?
Shuttle ignition.
The situation is critical. We've got to find that shuttle. What do you know about Moonraker?
Crashed somewhere in the Yukon. Aircraft and shuttle total destroyed, correct?
That's the official version.
The truth is rather more disturbing, 007.
Are you suggesting the shuttle was hijacked in midair?
That's for you to find out, 007.
Then California must be the place to start.
Welcome to California, Mr. Bond.
I like it already. I'm sure Mr. Bond is eager to start his tour. Look after Mr. Bond. See that some harm comes to him.
Hang on, James.
The thought had occurred to me.
Vodka martini? Shaken, not stirred.
007. No slip-ups. Or got thrown in trouble.
Oh, really?
Moonraker, 1979, Bond in Space. This particular Bond film, the 11th in the franchise, divides opinion with fans across the Bond community. You either love it or you hate it. But either way, you can't say that it's not entertaining.
1979. It was the first Bond I saw at the cinema. Now at the time my father was heavily into space, and for instance there's a moon rocket in honour of him, and I was following the space shuttle program as well, so Moonraker naturally drew my attention.
Now it's a far cry from Ian Fleming's novel of the same name, which keeps our super spy on terra firma. Now I've mentioned before in a previous episode that producers wanted to cash in on the success of Star Wars, Star Trek and Close Encounters of the Third Kind, so Bond had literal liftoff. Now the tone of the film is worlds away from the tone of the book. And this is where it gets its criticism from some fans and film critics. They believe it is Bond meets Star Wars. Yet the film has a lot going for it. Intrigue, big visual set pieces, a villain of disturb and cunning, and of course, a sprinkle of cheese. Characters within the film have big differences to the novel too. Jaws doesn't even feature in the Moonraker novel. Yet because of The Spy Who Loved Me success in 1977, this prompted the character to return. But for me, this was one of Moonraker's faux pas. Gone is the tough, frightening powerhouse of a henchman, to be replaced by a goo-goo-eyed, champagne-sipping fool. Drax, on the other hand, is a villain of brilliance, played magnificently by the late Michael Lonsdale. Gone is the big megalomaniac villain of Fleming's text, to be replaced by a refined charm, a piano player, cucumber sandwiches, brilliance and intellect.
You appear with the tedious inevitability of an unloved season. I didn't think there were any seasons in space.
As far as you're concerned, only winter.
But Christmas 1979 was very special for me when I got this, my Moonraker annual. Now this has travelled all around the world with me. It's been to Rio de Janeiro. It's also been in the presence of Roger Moore. And sadly he wasn't actually signing other books that day. And I did have it signed by Corinne Dufour herself.
Now I want to share with you an item created by Doyusha, a Japanese model manufacturer that was founded in 1951 and started to produce plastic model kits from 1962. Now I have a Doyusha Moonraker Space Shuttle kit from 1997 which was bought as a gift for me. Now remember, tip 5, ask for a gift. But before I delve into the contents of the box, let's take an in-depth look at the box design with Agent Latchford.
The poster was actually produced as part of a set by Dan Gozy. Cubby Broccoli was not happy with the depiction of Bond that was shown during The Spy Who Loved Me. There was a couple of days that was set aside for Dan to photograph and also to then paint the various people that he saw in front of him. So for instance, one of the people was Roger Moore himself, who was wearing the famous spacesuit that the American Marines wear, except that his patch is Union Jack. Now, not seen in this picture, but in the one on your poster is a little patch. This is actually a patch that was borrowed from the set of Superman 2. They just added a little bit of red to it. In the poster on front of the box, Holly Goodhead is bearing her legs. Now, in the film, she's very conservatively dressed. It's nothing really like the character. You've also got Jaws. And with Jaws, he was the photograph was taken from him from above, so it looked like he was in space. That are in there. The silhouettes, as they're known as on the wall sheets. This woman here, Beatrice Libert, is the only one from who you can see in the film that's on that box cover. And what they've done is they've taken her image from one of the other posters and put it onto the box. Now, she's the person that's doing the exercises outside the Chateau Le Villacopticon. Now, there's someone else that's actually in the film, and it's this lady here. It's Diane Thierry, part of the second troupe of silhouettes that are slightly seen on the screen where Drax is talking. I have a dream speech. What's interesting is the third silhouette. I've contacted some of the silhouettes, and no one seems to know about her. And there's a suggestion that maybe the artist took liberty with the depiction of the Drax girls and actually created characters of his own.
Now normally I wouldn't open the box, but with this particular model it's not sealed, so we can have a good look inside. Now, as you can see, we have all the model components of the shuttle, including the model components for the characters Bond, Jaws and Holly Goodhead. Also included in the box we have, of course, the instructions, so you know how to put it together, which again just reiterates the front of the box in black and white, and inside it has all the instructions of how to put the pieces together to create the desired Moonraker effect, which should look like this when it is completed, which is rather good. Also, Doyusha are advertising that they do a model kit for the Aston Martin DB5. They also do one for the Toyota 2000 GT as well, from You Only Live Twice. Okay, so the purpose of this channel is to take the items in this Bond room and relate them to the films that we know and love. If you have enjoyed this spaced out episode, then please give it an MI6 stamp of approval and click on the notifications below. Why not subscribe so you don't miss any further missions too? I'd like to thank the brilliant Agent Latchford for his out of this worldly insight into all things Moonraker, and I'd like to thank you for joining me at the Bond Room Unlocked.
So from me and Mr. Drax, I bid you farewell.